If you're dealing with any knee pain, these are going to be my three best and most effective squat variations that you can perform on a daily to help strengthen your knee to alleviate some of that pain. Now, who am I? I covered this in my last video where I talked about how I tore my ACL 3 times and I had 6 total knee surgeries, and that drove me to my journey as a personal trainer. So if you want to learn more about who you're getting this information from, go check out that video. But what you need to know about me now is I'm a 29-year-old man dealing with arthritis. And I put these workouts into my routine on a weekly basis to ensure that my knee gets a little TLC. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Movement number 1, the goblet squat. Great for quad engagement, glute engagement, and also core engagement. It also promotes really good form, as you'll see here with that flat back. Now, if you're just getting started, maybe you need to work your way up to a full depth, great form goblet squat. So you can regress to this. Just a regular old bodyweight squat. As you guys are going down, make sure you get your butt back as if you're sitting in a chair. Feet are shoulder width apart. Chest is nice and tall. As you'll see from the frontal view, the second thing we want to make sure is that our knees are not caving in. Now, I do get a lot of questions about whether your toes should be pointed forward, slightly out, and it's all about your hip alignment. So you have to do what's comfortable for you and not necessarily what looks right based on what other people are saying. Now, if your air squat isn't perfect, then you can regress that one more time to make sure that you're getting proper form. And that's going to take us to a sit to stand. So if you're at this phase with the sit to stand, one very important piece is making sure you're pushing that butt back, keeping that chest tall. But as you sit down, notice here, I'm not plopping. Control your weight all the way to the seat and then control your weight all the way back up. Now this brings us to movement number 2, the Bulgarian split squat. Now, as you'll see here, one of the big emphasis with the Bulgarian split squat is where your feet are placed. So I like to start my feet placed right up against the chair, take 2 steps out, and that's where I start my split squat. Try to keep your knees right behind your toes, drive those hips straight down and right back up. One of the big things here is you'll see my right knee. Try not to let that cave in. You always want to keep that knee out. Now, if you are not to this point, perfectly fine. Let's take it one step down. Now, at this point, we're going to be doing a regular body weight split squat. I like to pause it at the bottom to show we're driving our body straight down. So if I put a pole between my shoulders, my hips, and my knees, it should go straight down and up as you guys are moving through the split squat. Make sure those toes are pointing forward. And as you'll see, as I zoom to the frontal view, make sure that knee is not caving in. Again, trying to get as close to the ground as you can. But hey, you might be like, I don't have the balance. Perfectly fine. You can take it down one more notch. Grab a chair, grab a couch, grab a wall, whatever it is you need, and you can use this for an assisted bodyweight split squat. Now, you're trying to work down as far as you can while being able to build the strength without having to worry too much about the balance of doing the split squat. Again, knees not caving in, using that chair as assistance, and driving your weight up. Now, before we get into this final movement, remember, as you guys are putting these kind of movements into your workout, you want to start with high reps, low weight. Get your body accustomed to the movement. And if it's already accustomed to the movement, then add weight progressively. But movements like this final one are very, very big on form. So be careful about adding weight before you get the form down to a T. The pistol squat. Now I'm going to go in a little bit of reverse order here because I want to make sure you can do this from step 1 to 2 and then to 3 as opposed to 3 down to 1. So looking at phase 1, I want to make sure you guys are able to do an assisted single leg squat. So as you'll see here, using the chair again, lowering myself down as far as I can and extending myself back up. Now, here's the thing. If you're not able to fully extend all the way up, it's okay to put that foot down, the opposite foot, and help propel yourself back up. You want to get to the point though where you can get down to about 90 degrees before you go on to the next phase. 90 degrees without assistance. Which brings us here, the single leg box squat. Now, the reason you wanted to get to 90 degrees before moving to this one is because as you guys are going down, when you get to the bottom, you don't want to plop. You want to make sure that you're controlling your weight all the way to the seat and then controlling your weight directly off the seat. Now, if you do get to this point where you're just close enough, you can work your way here and you'll see here, I'm starting to put my heel down to lower myself up and to stand myself up so that you can start building strength through that range of motion. Now, big point of emphasis here, as you'll see from this, your goal is to not let that knee cave in. You want to make sure that that knee stays stable and it's not coming in. Once you get this form down and you're not using assistance, then you can take it to the final phase. The pistol squat. Now, I'm not going to lie, I did this on my left side because on my right side, I have some structural constraints that won't let me get this low, so I want it to look good. But as you guys are getting low, and you'll see here, my knee starts to wobble here a little bit because it's a very challenging and difficult movement. So when you get to this point, again, you want to make sure you mastered the previous 2 before you get here. So I'm going to take it back just a little bit again. you're lowering down, you want to make sure that you're able to get low while keeping that heel off the ground and drive your weight all the way back up. Be sure to add these 3 workouts to your next leg day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna be dropping much more content just like this. And as always, no matter what you're dealing with, keep pushing forward, stay resilient, and always trust the process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.